playground has lots of choices and lots of fun games to play.
I learned my alphabet and numbers on this playground.
Wouldn't it be wonderful to look out over a playground where children were distributed evenly, laughing and playing? Familiar with school playgrounds, it's almost more than one can imagine. Or is it? Let's listen as Jerry McGuire, a playground supervisor at Curran Elementary School in Murrieta, California, talks about how peaceful playgrounds changed her schoolyard for the better.
Before Peaceful Playground, I used to dread playground supervision. The children were always arguing, kung fu kicking, chasing and fighting. And the tattling used to drive me crazy. But now the playground generally runs smoothly. The children have a large amount of activities to choose from, and that alone makes a big difference.
So how can we create an outside environment that values teamwork, respect, safety, and learning like the one McGuire describes? According to Dr. Melinda Bossenmeyer, playground developer, founder, and the author of the Peaceful Playgrounds program, it's easier than you might think. Dr. Bossenmeyer?
Hello. The answer to a peaceful playground lies in 5 simple principles called the Peaceful Playground Creed. These 5 principles are the necessary ingredients for success. CREED stands for conflict resolution, rules, equipment, expectations, and designs.
I'm amazed at the difference a peaceful playground makes in a school. Not only is the playground affected, but the entire school environment. The Peaceful Playground program offers both competitive and cooperative games, as well as motor skill development, and reinforces academic learning. Examples of this are the alphabet and number grids, where students hop on letters to spell their name and numbers to practice their phone number. But what I like the best about the Peaceful Playground program is that I no longer have long lines of students outside my door after each recess. Now students know how to handle problems appropriately by themselves.
You too can achieve a peaceful playground. Let's examine each component of the creed carefully. First, conflict resolution.
Appropriate social interaction requires that students are taught skills for dealing with playground problems or disagreements. Ideally, if a problem occurs, a child shouldn't have to go to an adult to resolve it. Teaching students to solve problems is a lifelong skill and should be embedded into many curricular activities. The Peaceful Playground program is designed to help children develop negotiating and communication skills that will serve them in adulthood. Rather than having schoolyard supervisors intercede with conflicts, pupils learn how to handle matters themselves or with the help of a student conflict manager.
Conflict manager? You need
What
to solve
seems to be
this?
the problem?
He's saying that I cheated. He's saying that I threw the ball to him, but I didn't. I served it correctly like that.
Is this true? No. She didn't serve the ball correctly. She threw it right at me.
For most situations, students are taught that there are 3 options: walk, talk, and rock, paper, scissors. Walk away from the problem, talk together with whom they are having a problem until they reach an agreement, use rock, paper, scissors game. These options work well with most disputes over rule infractions.
You'll be A square, so give him the ball, and you'll be D square, so just shake hands and go back to the game.
If the strife is the result of name-calling, teasing, or hitting, the pupils involved are asked to leave the play area and are reminded that they must work out their disagreement before returning to the activity. Instruction in conflict resolution should outline 3 steps. Discuss who started the conflict, clarify the incident, end with an apology. Resolution comes quickly because students are eager to get back to their games. Having children resolve their own problems frees supervisors for their primary role, to look after the safety of all those on the playground.
Second, rules.
The toughest part of playground supervision is solving disputes between angry participants. The piece to help ensure consistency by preparing staff for their role in teaching the playground game rules.
Third, equipment available.
Most educators agree that books, paper, and pencils are necessary equipment for successful academic instruction. The playground, too, requires appropriate equipment for successful game participation. A good rule of thumb is the 1 to 10 rule. There should be at least 1 piece of equipment for each 10 students on the playground at any one time. A central checkout system with one person in charge of equipment checkout and check-in is the most desirable. Distributing equipment from each classroom results in more loss. A central person can more effectively monitor the checkout, retrieval, inventory, and maintenance of the equipment. An air pump should be in the equipment room so balls can be properly inflated and quickly distributed. The life expectancy of a playground ball, if it is used correctly, is 1 year and therefore should be budgeted for and replaced accordingly.
Fourth, expectations.
It is especially important that the Peaceful Playgrounds program be implemented school-wide. Each staff member needs to understand and support the principles outlined. Teachers should hold their students responsible for playing by a consistent set of rules. By choosing from one of the 3 options for problem solving, students are held accountable for handling their own playground problems. Consistency is the key. When supervisors see students using the rock, paper, scissors game to solve their problems, they should award students with playground good sport coupons. These coupons can be turned in monthly in order to earn a good sport certificate. This sends an important message to students that playground behavior contributes to the overall effective functioning of the school as a community. It has to be a team effort to work.
Fifth, designs.
Well-marked game lines and boundaries are a must. They serve as a motivating reminder to the children that those marks represent a fun activity. No student has to waste time asking, "What do you want to play now?" There should be a variety of games marked all around the playground, both on the blacktop and on the grassy areas. With so many choices, children have fewer conflicts and are spread more evenly in the playing areas. It means that children wait in line less and play more. Clear markings remind students of their game choices. The out of sight, out of mind principle applies. When they know that their turn will come quickly, there is less reason to argue over rules. Also, the colorful shapes provide a more appealing, almost amusement park look to the surroundings. Contrast this to your typical playground. A closer look reveals concentric circles, rectangles, and various colored shapes, carefully painted and strategically spaced on the blacktop. In addition to the traditional games like hopscotch and foursquare, imagine an alphabet grid. Number grid. And skipping track. Older children are involved in a variety of team sports like around the world, soccer, handball, and basketball. Evenly spaced groups of children.
Now that we've seen a peaceful playground in action, let's quickly review the 5 principles.
Conflict resolution, children solving problems. Rules, consistent enforcement and teaching of rules. Equipment available, proper and adequate equipment. Expectations, both adults and children understand their role. Designs, a variety